The headliner video. Let's get started. Unscrew and remove or pull down the rear dome light. Look at all that mold and grossness. There are some clips you pop out, and here you can actually, there was little hooks and you can turn them counterclockwise 90 degrees and they pull out. Then going around, we have some plastic covers that cover the areas you don't want to hit your head on. Oh crap handles you need to take out. Moving on, the shade. Then up here was the dome light, and coming back around this way, trying to show you those little things. You need one of those forked or a couple screwdrivers to pop those down. And there's that one you can twist counterclockwise. This side's still kind of installed to show you. Okay, so apparently I'm moving on. Yeah, in the back of that panel there's those white circular popping out clips and a couple bolts here and there. Look for those before you try to yank this off so you don't break them. I did kind of crack one of the arms on the interior piece. Okay, going around this side just to show you like I did the other, but these are still installed. You got to get those cowls off and the visor and the mirror, not too bad. And up here, started loosening it up, and what should I find? Ew, mouse poops. This was a mouse highway, a mouse secret tunnel to go from the front to the back of the car. And I found the nest in the back and one up front. So now it makes sense how they got there. And the original reason I'm pulling this down, this headliner, was to fix a roof leak from the roof rack holes. So they were leaking. So now I've sealed them up with silicone and the bead that goes along the seam weld or seam seal. And you know, got these plastic kind of crush panel things, give it its shape, maybe help if your head hits it. But I'm pointing out there that if you got a new windshield, it may be glued to the headliner. So, you know, be careful pulling it down. The headliner's not the strongest. Once I got it down and released, the wires are kind of tacked on with this sticky black tape. So I pulled those off because I'm removing this whole headliner to give it a good bleaching on the mouse side, and then a good shampoo or spray or whatever I'm gonna do. What are these things? There's two of them. I do not know what they are. I'm gonna look into that. You can't see anything from the bottom of the headliner, so I in fact don't know. I'm gonna go back and look at the parts. These are kind of the wires. I got the whole thing down, and I'm looking at the roof now. A couple dents I can push out easily, which is great. But if there's the roof rack where the bolts come through. Kind of lame because they start leaking along the seams and maybe through those. It was along the seam for me. Now I'm here. I'm trying to reach over and push out this dent. No chance with that angle. Look at this. The roof kind of separated from this glued on support piece. I don't know if I should glue that back up on or just leave it. I would think that, you know, the hood could move a little and make some sound if it wasn't attached to that, stiffen it. There's the better look at the roof rack. And along this seal here is where there's seam sealer on the outside, and that's where you'll get drips in. And you drip forward. The headliner's kind of built so if wherever they drip in, it's gonna roll the water forward or backwards to the corner cowls or plastic covers go on the pillars. So here I'm inspecting the grossness of this headliner. I think I'll keep the headliner and not try to replace it. I don't have a parts vehicle to get anything from. And this one's fine if I can get that little bit of black spots off the underside and the top here. I sprayed the whole thing with chlorine, like pool chlorine, and it really took care of and turned this all back to light yellow, what it's supposed to be, and killed all that stuff. Left it outside to dry. Look at all mouse pee and gross leakage. Okay, so here's the roof. I'm gonna pop this dent here. Give it another try with the same roller I used for the kill mat. I gotta get a better angle here. There it goes. Boom. Popped it up, and there's still, yeah, there's still a couple little ones that just kind of didn't want to go back up. Get to that later maybe. I'm thinking of doing the kill mat sound deadener on this whole roof before I put the headliner back. When I show you when I shut the door now without a headliner, man, is it tinny. And it makes a horrible echoing sound. Look at that. Great, more guests. Little wasp or something was building a little mud nest in there. So here's up at the top, just looking at the glue on the windshield, well, the sealant. And I put the silicone all in that crack all the way down. And make sure if you're going to put silicone in there, you leave space in the right spots for the that filler piece plastic that clips in there. So here's my door test. I'm going to put my camera in, set it inside so you can get the audio. I don't think it really does it justice on video. Here we go. That's it.